All right, it's the rundown. Wednesday, January 17th. Going to start off with coaching vacancies in the NFL. Ken Jack, you have a dog in this fight with the Chargers. Apparently, Jim Harbaugh has interviewed with the Chargers and Falcons. Are you going to land him?
The Falcons interview is so fake. That's Bill's job to lose, in my opinion. I think this is Jim Harbaugh wants to go to LA. He wants to go to a place where he has a franchise quarterback lined up and ready to go. And this is the only job opening right now where you have that. Even if the Cowboys and the Eagles job opens up, Herbert's better than all of them.
Yeah, for sure. Belichick has
Herbert's better than Hurts.
Yeah, but
He's better than Dak.
But you still have two franchise quarterbacks with those guys.
How much longer do you think Dak and Hurts have? Like, how much do they carry you in a game?
4 years for Dak. Hurts maybe 6.
That's just.
But we also haven't seen Hurts succeed at a long-term type thing.
Or when the pieces around him are
But to that
100%.
element, you haven't seen Herbert succeed in.
But both those guys had something that Herbert had, which is good defense.
Right.
So Harbaugh comes in.
The Eagles
shore up the defense.
The Eagles' defense this year stunk. I mean,
This year they got way worse than Hurts. Byproduct of it is way worse.
Right. Does Bill Belichick get the job at the Falcons then? Why does he take that? Because, I mean, they don't have a quarterback.
Blank can pay him $1 trillion and he can just rebuild everything. And they have a good defense, sneakily good defense.
Do you think Bill Belichick cares about money at this point in his career?
No.
I think he just wants to win.
It's a factor comparatively to other franchises.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's a nice little bonus. Like it's almost like one of those things. Like if I do have to coach, because I think I don't know. It's crazy to say, is he overcoaching? But like, if I am gonna coach more years, at least pay me like a fucking king.
Yeah.
You know?
They'll give him control, right? Like Blank will give him you can be your pseudo.
Which I don't know if that's the right idea either, though.
He's a bad GM.
I don't think he's a bad GM. I think he can't draft a wide receiver to save his life.
You can't draft a lot of things.
But he's been picking. But
the crazy thing is, they never went in. I had a lot of friends who are Patriot fans. Every year, I'm like, wouldn't you guys aren't you gonna empty the bank for a guy around Brady?
Yeah.
They got Randy Moss at the end of his career. Towards the end of his career, he was still unbelievable. And then the one time they traded for a guy in the prime or signed the guy was Brandon Cooks. I'm like, oh, this guy can cook, literally. And they got rid of him right away. So it's like they just don't. They're better off getting Chris Hogan. Like they're okay with that. It's crazy.
Yeah. But the Patriots did give the biggest contract of all time to a tight end, Gronk. At the time when he signed it, and then it ended up being the greatest deal ever.
Yeah, well,
that's Devin McCourty. I think Logan Mankins.
That was before he was GM, I believe.
No, I think he's been a GM the whole time.
I don't think so.
He's had player personnel, the guy from the Kansas City who went to the Kansas City Chiefs and then the Falcons. What's his name?
More recent, no? That he just took over GM duties, I think.
I think he's been.
Double check it because I'm not sure either. Let's see.
General man, from 2000, the whole time.
He was GM the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to give him credit then.
Fair.
He cannot draft a wide receiver.
There was a guy, I forget his name all the time. I think it's Jamie Collins.
Yeah, Jamie Collins is good.
Great linebacker, got him in the second round.
Dude, second round?
Yeah.
I thought they got him deeper.
No, they traded down and got him in the second round.
Fact checked, John Rich. Let's get a
draft. I want to say he was pick 92.
Well, that's not second round.
Let's see. I'm so excited. I want you to be
That's not second round. There's only 30 picks in a draft. 32.
Okay.
52.
52.
Well, whatever.
Okay, whatever.
Or
91. I watched him in a Ravens game. Sack and then cover a pass 40 yards down the field. I'm like, who the fuck is that guy?
Can we look at Patriots?
They know how to get
top draft picks for the last 10 or 5ish years. Let's say this is Patriots draft picks. I feel like their top draft picks have always.
Listen, he hit the lotto early with Belichick. He hit a lot of them early, and that helps your resume. You know what I mean?
In the late rounds, he's a really good late round draft guy. But I feel like his early picks have been not great over the last 5ish years.
We'll zoom in on that.
Yeah, N'Keal Harry, Sony Michel.
Listen, N'Keal Harry I thought was going to be good. Sony Michel I thought was going to be
Christian
good.
Gonzalez has been good, but he got hurt. Nope, and then Isaiah Wynn. Who the fuck is even Isaiah Wynn?
He's a left tackle, right tackle. He tore his Achilles, I believe.
This is no good.
Dominic Easley is from Staten Island. Can we click him real quick?
Take a look at Dominic Easley.
Dominic Easley, he went to Florida.
He knows his shit.
Where did he go to school?
Florida.
Ottenville? Curtis. Shout out Curtis.
Oh yeah.
Coach Gambo. Coach Gambo. Cut this clip. Coach Gambo, if you're watching. Shout out Coach Gambo.
Yeah, but
Dominic Easley was kind of a bust, though. He ended up being a bust.
Yeah.
Greatest Staten Island player, though.
Top draft picks, not great, but he's great late round guy. Way better there than he is in the other ones.
Yeah.
I think if you put it this way, it's a lot like Izzo. If you reversed Izzo's career, does he last long enough to make a Final Four? I'm not saying that about Belichick, but with Belichick's, not with his career, but his draft picks, put all those duds in the front. How long before they're clipping them? Yeah. He got lucky with a lot of picks early.
Someone tweeted me today. They said that they heard that Herm Edwards is interviewing with the Chargers.
Yo, these guys in the NFL are like
No.
cockroaches.
Like,
how many?
never
Like,
go away.
Yeah.
how many Schottenheimer sons are there? I know there's probably only
Brian
one.
is the OC of the Brian.
There's like
fucking
7.
Cowboys.
Right?
It's crazy.
They're like cockroaches. They die here, and
Yeah.
it's just like, wait, they ended up over there.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
There's a tweet that shows like all the players at Arizona State that left under Herm Edwards.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
wild how much talent he had.
Like if Gruden, I know Gruden fucked up, and like he'll
Jay
never come
Gruden's
back.
there forever.
But like, I could see Gruden being interviewed somewhere else again. These guys just come back.
Never go away. It's crazy.
Vrabel reportedly linked to the Seahawks.
That's
solid fit.
Is Adam Gase still getting checks?
That's a good question. Adam Gase, I don't know how he got
Guys,
that.
like think of these names, and these are not even older names. You know, like
Frank
they've
the
been around
Tank.
for-
Dude, that one picture of him is so funny. His
Yeah,
eyes
yeah.
are hysterical.
It's fucking
He's
nuts.
so funny.
Frank the Tank claimed he saw Adam Gase on a walk one time and like said he was. Adam Gase was like, "Yeah, I'm still getting paid by the Jets."
That's
so.
nuts.
I trust Frank.
What's his most recent
on
job? Is literally just the
Jets,
Jets?
yeah.
And that
Was
years
it?
ago. Holy shit.
I don't know.
He's an equipment manager? No, that can't be right.
No,
There's no way that's
jerseys.
correct. No way you went from head coach to equipment manager. You can't go back.
There's
like
a
that.
lot of these guys in the NFL that just like reappear. You know what I mean?
No, Hummer, it's all retreads. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to get some new blood in there.
Yeah.
And then what's the other job opening?
Vrabel will be great anywhere. I love Vrabel.
I think the Cowboys and Eagles should
Yes.
Oh, Mike McCarthy.
hire their guys.
God, I don't know about the Eagles. I don't know.
Sirianni, I feel like he's a corner.
Nah, I just feel like he lost the. I feel like he lost the locker room.
Lost the
He's
locker
acting
room.
all
Yeah.
Stupid.
It's just insane how you can go from being like coach of the year to the next year just gone.
Yeah.
Is it like sucky that the Eagles did win the Super Bowl?
What do you mean sucky?
Because now, like, they got it, and that misery is like over. It's just another. Because I think the misery is part of sports storylines. Like, as much as we want the Lions to win the Super Bowl this year, that's a great story. The Lions' misery goes
Yeah.
That's part of it. Them not having a title. Same with the Jets for a long time. The Eagles, like
Say if you talk
Vikings
to-
have no Super Bowls, right? Aren't the Vikings tortured? Vikings, like
a
all
while,
these
bro.
teams, like keep that misery kind of going. I'm
As a Chargers
serious.
fan, I say no. I want the misery to end ASAP.
All right, yeah. Well, you have a horse in the race,
Yeah.
but as an overall sports fan, don't you think that there is a little like you need teams the misery?
Yeah, like the Cubs in baseball, like that was the,
I would say
the lovable
for
loser.
Eagles fans, most of the Eagles fans I
like
know.
Yeah,
the fact that the Cubs and Red Sox, that storyline's out. Like now, it's kind of to me like, like you know.
Eagles fans are such scumbags. It's like, thank God, like they're
They
miserable.
still act.
They
Most of the Eagles fans I know, they still act like they never won a Super Bowl. You know,
Yeah.
Well,
they
yeah,
still
that's
act like
just how
nothing's
it.
changed.
Yeah, that's how it is.
But then-
They have like this crazy underdog mentality where they're like, yeah, no one ever believes in us. No one ever.
Right. So if they are gonna act like that, then they never should have won.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
That's where
I
I'm
hate
at
that.
too. Yeah.
Like, you guys just won very recently one of the better Super Bowls
Right.
of our lifetimes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do feel bad for like Lions fans. Like
Yeah, for sure.
I want them. Like
I'm,
if
like,
they win,
crying.
it feels good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. Did you see that they had that picture of the comparison of the graphics from Madden the last time the Lions won the Super Bowl to where they
Yeah,
were now?
yeah.
It's hysterical.
So I said this on Pick Central. Aside from the Bucks, because I just don't think they're sexy enough, you could sell me on any of these Final Four teams,
yeah.
or the Final Four being just unbelievable in the NFL
Yeah.
so far. The AFC and NFC championship games. So real quick, you would have the obvious ones, which is it's been building to kind of all year. 49ers.
Yep.
Against the Lions, and the Lions haven't dipped below like the third or fourth best team in the NFL. Like, or I'm sorry, in the NFC
Yeah,
all year.
NFC for sure.
They've been there 2-3 between the Eagles, Cowboys, like right there. So that's and the Lions in a game like we talked about that. Oh, they could get to a Super Bowl. That buzz. That's an unbelievable storyline. The Ravens, and then take your pick against
Chiefs, Bills,
Buffalo or
yeah.
Chiefs,
Yeah.
Chiefs, Bills. And then the other thing, like even if Stroud pulls the upset, you have a rookie quarterback in an AFC championship game.
Would be
And
awesome.
then the other one is, if it's a crazy upset, you could sell me on the Packers, who beat the 49ers,
Yep.
if the Lions win, and you have a divisional rival that goes back to fucking 20th century, like
Love-
18th century, for them going in for it. You know what I mean? Like you could kind of sell me on all of it. The only one that I have no interest in is the Bucks.
Right.
But I think you have some great, like I think this week, based on the spreads, not that interesting, but if that gives me an unbelievable Final Four, I'm kind of all
If
in.
Love beats the 49ers, Aaron Rodgers might kill himself. That is
Yeah.
For him to go that long
Crazy.
and not beat them, and just to have Jordan Love come in and smack them would be bad. Be bad for Rodgers.
You think the Packers have a chance to beat the 49ers?
He beat them in regular season games. He just never beat them when it mattered, right? Yeah.
Colin Kaepernick would just shred them
Yeah, it's crazy.
every year. It was
And then
crazy.
last year in the snow, like it's
Yeah.
they were at home, right?
Yeah, dude, 49ers are so good. It's
Packers
just so
are-
hard to think anyone else comes out of the NFC.
Packers are a 10-point dog, right? To
Yeah.
the 49ers? You think they have a chance? Niners? Yeah.
No, a little bit.
They're way
Yeah.
better.
yeah, right.
Way better than the Cowboys. Cowboys are the most fake team.
You can just run
Yes,
on it. Look,
yeah.
look, the Giants made 2 Super Bowls running a hot hand. Baltimore won a Super Bowl running a hot hand.
It's
Teams, you can run a Super Bowl on a hot hand.
Look at the Diamondbacks this year. Like they were just hot at the right time.
Agreed.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the Packers can be spunky.
John Rich, biggest
John Rich,
Diamondbacks
happy.
fan in the office.
Second biggest.
Number one over here.
Okay.
No, second biggest.
Oh, you're not.
John's number one.
John's
John's number
okay,
one.
fair enough.
All right, sticking with coaching, Alabama head coach Nate Oats shoved him.
Yeah, let's figure out. Let's read the exact.
He
headline,
attacked
okay?
a guy.
No, he
assaulted.
He
No,
ended what would have been a riot.
There was
he played peacemaker.
There was a.
Look at this. Can we read the headline of the blog? Can we maybe
let's pull
click
this up.
that?
There was a tussle in front of the Alabama bench.
Yeah, the Missouri player elbowed the referee in the face. No one's talking about that.
I think
Why don't you read the real?
They're just
headline?
kids. They're just kids.
Nate Oats is one of the greatest peacemakers in sports.
Thank
a
you.
blog by Rico Bosco.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think what Nate Oats did would have been fine if he didn't do like the
Watch the
demonstrative.
kid.
Like,
Watch the kid. The kid
shove.
elbows the referee in the face.
For sure.
Watch. Bang! He hits him in the face. No one's talking about that. Okay? Then he starts
But then he does the
verbally assaulting. He's separating. He ended a riot.
The
That's what I
extension
said.
of the arm is where that's
dude,
getting a
it's
rough
like-
territory.
Yeah.
What? Tell him to go?
Peacemaker moves. The extension and the force. You threw into that.
Listen, if there's a fight in a high school hallway, like the principal doesn't get involved.
I was gonna say.
You keep separate. You form a block. You don't.
He did it to his guy too. Let's see both hands. Play it again.
Give it
I think
I'm unbiased in this situation.
Watching the rundown, you're going to have
in front
to.
of
All you can say
Alabama
about me
player.
is I am unbiased reporting this situation.
They call you Objective Rico.
There
Yes.
used to be a time when teachers and coaches were like authority figures and you respected them. Now it's just they have no power at all.
Yeah.
They can't do anything.
This poor guy, Nate. What a name too, Nate Oats.
He's the best.
Nate
You
Oats.
spelt it. You spelt it wrong.
OATS.
OATS. OATS. You've been reading too many comments, John Rich.
Who's the new Alabama coach's name? What's his name?
Kalen DeBoer.
You can't be a guy that old named Kalen. I'm sorry. You see that name now, it's just a no-go. You can't be like a 45-year-old guy named Kalen.
That's rough.
That's a 15-year-old's name.
Yeah. Dude's named Ashley. That's always tough.
No,
Yeah.
but that's like an old thing. That's an
Yeah.
old guy. If you're named like Jaden and you're like a 45-year-old man, what the fuck happened? Like,
Yeah.
it's a bizarro thing. I don't like that, Kalen.
Yeah, I was talking to Vibs about. I mean, listen, I'm obviously playing it up, but I don't know. He said I think if you ask him, he apologized for it. He's like, I probably shouldn't have shoved the kid, but if the kid's joining your
shouldn't
players, you got to
have
stand up for your guys too. So
Yeah, shoving children, never good.
I saw someone say like you look out for your own players. You don't pay attention to the other players.
that's the old thing I say: coach one team. But when the guy's threatening your guy, and he fucking elbowed a referee in the face, and the thing that's not being talked about, Missouri's coach told one of his players, "Shut the fuck up," 2 different times. So come on, we're using language like that on national television. What's next? Taylor
Kids
Swift?
are watching this too.
Agreed.
They're just kids. They're just kids. People always say.
kids.
But college basketball is chaos every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been getting nuts lately.
There was an NC State player last night that gave double birds
Reeves
to the
was
ref.
right on top of that. There was the guy issued like 7 technicals or something in one game. That's fucking chaos. That game was wild. It was double overtime too, I think.
That's way too much.
Was that a different game? Clemson, Georgia Tech went into double overtime. Sorry, this was NC State against who? Who did NC State have?
Let's see.
I just saw the double birds.
Pitt, maybe. Wake Forest.
Wake Forest.
Sorry. Yeah, that game was nuts. 7 technicals. The guy, and then he doesn't. How does he not get nailed for doing like?
Right, it's such a.
so like a.
Was it Michael Vick who just like did the fucking dirty
Yeah, but
bird
the
in
way
the entire crowd?
the way
Yeah.
he did it was very much like 8th grade. I remember like being in like 3rd or 4th grade, and my friend, her brother, had an older brother, and all of them in 8th grade week all took a picture like this, like bad. That's very much the vibe of what this kid did. It's like such a like sneak thing.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's like a 13-year-old when you learn the finger.
around.
Like,
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, look, like it's so awesome.
He's like almost doing the what do you call it?
Yeah,
suck
suck
it,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. Like also, like, is the finger that big of a deal? You do the finger when you have nothing else left to do.
Yeah.
Think about it. Like in traffic, somebody cuts you off. Like, is that really like?
Do that. That one. That one never felt insulting.
No.
I don't know, this is the gesture, the
Yeah.
singular gesture.
The old
Also-
Brooklyn rumor was when somebody cut you off, you take a handful of change and throw it at their car. Never did it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. That's
Fuck
a
up
bad
the
one.
paint job.
Yeah, handful of nickels.
You still keep change?
It's laying around.
Yeah. I got a thing in my house with it, and I'm just like, am I just gonna take this
It's
to a
all
Coin
about
Star
change.
someday?
I think they can't. I don't know. Coin stars are like fading away.
I
I haven't
remember.
seen one in a long time. That's a good point.
Yeah, you just gotta roll it and take it to the bank.
Oh, the best is when you're there and the bank people are trying to have a conversation with somebody and you do it, and it's
Yeah.
just that It's like throwing fucking like
it dominates the
hands
room
in a hallway. It's
Yeah.
like nuts.
I went to the bank right before Christmas in Indiana. There were no tellers. It was just one machine sitting in the main lobby. There was no. I went around the corner like looking for a person.
Indiana, that feels weird too.
It was very weird. Like
a lot of tellers in
I
Indiana.
don't know.
yeah. I was like, all right.
I get like comforted seeing the same girl at the bank every time. Like,
Yeah.
all right, I know she's gonna take care of me. Same thing with sandwich place. Like,
Sometimes I feel
can't
like
go robots with everything.
old people just like don't do online banking or anything. One, they don't know how to use technology, but also they just like having a conversation with a person.
Agreed.
They long for like interaction.
Yeah.
I feel like that's me now. I'm just like,
You need a human. You need
Yeah.
a human touch.
yeah. The warmth of
Perspective, Z.
yeah.
Speaking of human touch.
Speaking of human touch, Colts owner Jim Irsay found unresponsive from an overdose.
I heard this morning.
Yeah, reports came out this morning that on December 8th, Irsay had the cops come to his house. He was laying on the bathroom floor, blue. A cop tried to rub his sternum, get him up, wasn't really doing anything. So then they used Narcan, and he kind of came to a little bit, and then he went to the hospital. So
Like Yusuf Nurkic, right? That brother needs help. That guy.
That's not
seriously,
good,
like,
yeah.
Not in an ironic way. That guy needs something.
Yeah,
was-
I also heard that he recently did an HBO Sports talking about his sobriety not too long ago.
Yeah.
well, yeah.
So it goes to show you. I mean, listen, every day is a struggle. That's why, like, I don't know why people would want to do drugs, but I get that once you do them, it can like
Vicious
take
circle.
you. You get what I'm saying? Yeah.
Sure.
Like, so I know how things can be addictive, so I respect that part
Well,
of it. And after a while, you can't shake it. You know, that's
Yeah.
how it goes. So
The thing is, John Rich and I, Colts fans, were talking about this earlier. It's just like,
oh, that's tough.
yeah, I know. Please, for the love of God, edit that out. I'm kidding. No, I don't care. I'm secure with my
Security,
voice cracking.
masculinity, yeah.
Puberty, it's coming for all of us.
Yeah.
Now I forget what I was talking about. But
you're
no,
a
Jim
Colts fan.
Irsay, John Rich and I were talking earlier about how it seemed like Irsay was like sober. You know what I mean? Because he did do the
Yep.
interview where he was like, it seemed like he'd been sober since like 2014 when he got pulled over. His mistress died of an overdose, and then he got pulled over with drugs in his car.
really?
And you'd think it's like that's enough to like get someone to like be like, oh
That's
shit.
many crazy tweets.
But-
Crazy tweets went down.
But then he did this interview where he was like, yeah, I'm sober, blah, blah, blah. And the internet, when he said he was like a victim for being a white billionaire, he was like prejudiced against by the Carmel police. It's like the entire internet was just like going at him.
Dogpiling
And this
it,
is
yeah.
right around when he was found OD'd. So I don't know if he was reading comments and spiraled. I mean, he was threatening to sue
Yeah.
Stephen A. Smith and First Take because of the stuff they were saying. So I don't know if this coincides, but yeah.
Get better, Jim.
Get better, Jay.
You want Jim to get better.
It doesn't matter if you're a billionaire or just a normal person. It comes for anyone.
Tough, man.
Jerry Thornton did a good
Yeah,
job. He had a good blog.
I think I had heard that too. Like, addiction doesn't judge race, background, money, religion. That shit just can get you. So
Yeah.
Just
I
like-
get it. It's a struggle. People battle it. So
just like Rico Bosco.
Got a battle.
See color, just
well, I don't. But
fair, bias.
Detective Rico.
Yeah.
but no, it's a tough thing. So especially this, like, guys got millions of dollars, billions of dollars. Like, do you need to? Yeah, it's tough, man. I get it. Shout out to everybody going through it.
Day at a time. Billy Mitchell. Next topic. All-time villain. Have you guys seen
Of course.
King of Kong?
Only
Fistful
'cause of
of
Dave.
Orders?
Oh, it's
So-
Dave's favorite documentary. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, yeah, I have this as
I have a question off of that. But
okay. I did my top 5 docs and it's in there. But this documentary is so good because it came out in like 2007 when you had to be like a legit interesting figure to have a documentary. Now everybody like funds their own documentary and
Yeah.
has their own twist. There's no like taking sides in this really. They just give you the facts. Billy Mitchell ends up being the bad guy. Steve Wiebe, I think, is the name of the guy who has like a.
irrelevant.
He's like he's like doing the Donkey Kong game in his
Irrelevant.
garage, and his son is like having a breakdown, like screaming, like he has a poopy diaper or something like that. And he's like, I can't change you right now. I'm about to set the record. It's incredible. You have to go watch the documentary. But Billy Mitchell got taken out of the records by Twin Galaxies, and now he's allegedly been reinstated.
Allegedly not as well. Allegedly everything.
Yes. So his stats appear in the record books. There's an asterisk next to it. They're not saying he has the high scores. They're just putting him in there for the history purposes. John Rich got into an argument with someone on Twitter about this,
I'm still not sure what exactly.
Still not sure,
is right.
but what I take from it is, for historic purposes, they're putting Billy Mitchell in there. They're showing his scores, but he does not have like the high score. Like he can never have the high score. They're just saying like this guy did this, but it's refuted because.
Just even the way he sent in the videotape with the crackling, it's like he's such a villain, and then he's walking while the guy's trying to do it, like just the presence of him, like a teacher overlooking your shoulder.
The look too, dude. He's got the great look.
Yeah, when he was here, that was a crazy.
He's it's a guy that has a fucking presence. Billy Mitchell. He shows up and like everyone's like, it takes your breath away.
He's.
He also, after he announced that he'd been reinstated and people were kind of giving him shit, he went private on Twitter,
which is a sign of guilt. You can't do that. You can't do that. If he's innocent, you don't go private after that.
Yeah, I don't know. The way Billy Mitchell like sent in the video of him setting the record, he didn't do it in person, and then he goes private.
Can't do that.
All-time villain, but he kind of soft. It's a soft move.
Yeah.
I think he knows what he's doing a little bit though.
You think he's playing it up?
Like he's the villain, and he's like, how can I bother people more?
How can I just like twist the
back
knife?
in the club?
Yeah, I think he's just that good at it. Off of that, you talked about that though. I only watched this because of Dave, and like Dave's obsession with it is hilarious. And like, even we all have those things, like just internet videos or like things that you just like love. And what is the random topic, internet video or like documentary that you like love to me, or like things that you're fascinated with? Like if you got updates every 2 weeks on that person, what would you do? To me, the two that jumped out were both MTV True Life. It was Tommy Cheeseballs, but then we kind of found out why Tommy Cheeseballs went away. And like he tried to come back and everybody's all in. Yeah. And now if you notice, he tried it. He's fucking gone. Yeah. I think he's got some problems, and also like he just ain't built for it. He's one of those guys like looking for the attention. I saw him like he shit on me, shitting on like he's a reply guy. He's like, so we know why he went. I think he's got a lot of problematic stuff too that people like dug up. But the other one is the guy.
A lot of takes on Israel.
True Life, I'm Getting Married. Charlie B. Do you not know this
I
video?
don't remember him. I don't think.
Bro.
But I was gonna say True Life.
He fucking is this maniac from Staten Island, and he's the guy who says the limo drive is late, and he's like, I will gut you like.
Oh yes.
Like, I need documentaries on that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, this guy's dead?
He died?
Oh no.
Fuck, dude.
When did he die?
Oh man.
Acute intoxication. 2021.
Oh shit.
You weren't really keeping up with this guy, huh?
No, I wasn't.
It's like you said, this is like the one guy you keep up with.
I would want to keep up with, yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit. Dude, like his wife can't describe how to get to Bay 40th. And he's like, you're disgusting. He's like, how do you grow up in Marine Park? You don't know how to get to Bay 40th. They don't do enough of a good job of putting all that old stuff on MTV.com.
Yeah, no, they hide all of it.
You know what?
They don't want people seeing a lot of it, I think.
Yeah.
Like they hide all the next episodes, all that shit.
Why?
Because I think people say shit in those that we thought was really funny then, and now they don't want people digging up.
I feel like Next has like marathons of that though.
You know what else I would?
They've like taken out episodes.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The show that I would watch, that I only watched like on the sneak as a little kid. You remember Undressed on MTV?
I don't think so.
Fucking bizarre. Like it was like a raunchy type of like dramedy.
Yeah, doesn't the dude like, or the dude's getting like blown and the girl puts Altoids in her mouth and like
what?
It's bizarre.
I remember that as a kid. Yeah, because I was like, what is this?
See if it's like why it's problematic.
They're rebooting it apparently.
Yeah. So then it was just an ongoing story. Like the story never ended.
Yeah.
Like, it was like you two were dating, that's an episode, and then you meet a new person, and then you take off, and then we fade you out for that girl dating this. It's just kind of like it was nuts. But anyway, it was a wild series. And I don't think it's that good, but I want to rewatch it because I don't remember shit about it. Yeah. What's like the thing you're obsessed with on the internet?
Dude, I was going to say MTV True Life was just such a good show. That's what I was. Made was also a good show.
It doesn't have to be MTV.
I know, but that was just immediately where my brain went as well.
I think I got a lot of TikTokers I follow, or like weirdos, real weirdos, like ones you probably haven't even heard of, where like they do weird shit all the time, and like I'm just constantly keeping them, in the radar.
Are we allowed to say the Instagram account you curate?
Sharon left me, yeah.
Sharon left me.
Absolutely, I haven't been on there in a while.
I know. I need some weirdness in my life.
It's so like right when TikTok started, I made an Instagram for it where I just find all the weirdest shit I could find and I put it on there. One of the guys there, it's like I haven't kept up in the while. His name was World of Coasters, or something like that, or Coaster Guy or something. He's like this like 50-year-old guy that worked as like a pesticide dude, and he was just obsessed with roller coasters. And like all he did was like post about roller coasters, and then they'd be like intermittently broken up with, why doesn't my daughter love me anymore? And like, why is my wife? Why
Oh
my wife
my
leave?
God.
And they'd be like, roller coaster, roller coaster, roller coaster.
Oh,
This guy's
jeez.
he's incredible coaster fan or something. I forget what.
Crazy.
There's some stuff that is so just unhinged.
There's so many
insane.
different jokes. Like I've referenced this video all the time. Drinking out of cups
Yeah.
on the early thing of the internet, like King of Italian Nuts, fucking like that. To me, you say that to my friends, I call them right now. They'll give you the line back.
What happened to my new haircut guy? What happened to him?
I don't know.
Because he feels like was he a Jersey guy or was he a Staten Island guy?
I think that was just a one and done type video. There was another guy that was early on. Dom Pagnotti had a ton of hilarious videos.
That's not
He was like half man, half science. He's like, that's bro science. Like he had a good video series.
You're talking about the gym guy, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, Dom. Yeah, I know what you're talking
I
about.
thought it was like
yeah.
Pagnotti, I thought, or something.
It's Dom's. Yeah, fuck. I forget.
He
his
was
name.
a like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't. It's just no, yeah. Dom Pagnotti was in.
That's like a video. Game.
That's the guy from He Got Game.
Dude,
something else.
Dom, Jim, guy.
I just think
that might show up with something real fucking shady.
Internet. And
Dom Mazzetti.
Tom Mazzetti.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yes.
He was huge for a while.
This guy,
He's tatted out now.
Very funny.
Fuck. But that was very funny back in the day. I remember him.
Yeah, but I just think the internet has provided there's so many crevices and different jokes, and the video's been passed. You don't even know why you like it or how you saw it, but like it's.
What about the Jersey guys, the ones in the car that like, you gotta be dancing? You gotta be with them.
I know.
Oh boy.
Let's just, yeah. So one of them's protecting the city. Let's just say that.
Okay. One of them's protecting the city.
Batman.
One of them might be state's witness for all we know.
I heard the other guy cease and desisted Dave in like 6 seconds when they made that shirt. Yes, Dave said it. Like I don't. If he said it right away because that shirt came out. I tried to order it and it was gone in
immediately.
5 seconds.
Holy shit.
And I think that guy has Google Alerts for himself. That was the main guy. The rest of those guys were just like, all right, like we don't really care. We're background guys in the video.
We grew up in like the same area, so I feel like we like have a lot of the same internet things. Like, was there an Indiana viral guy? It was like a chipmunk that said "Happy Birthday" or something. that you guys didn't like?
No, I don't think there was. For some
Some
reason,
little kids reenacting Hoosiers.
Yes, exactly.
the other day I just came across the kid who's like, on all levels except physical, I am a wolf.
Yeah,
that guy. I mean, that's not an Indiana
Star
thing.
Wars kid was a good one. Do you remember him?
Oh, just-
the
yeah.
Numa kid.
Oh,
Yeah, of course.
I like. I wish that kid stayed the same age.
Yeah.
The kid who did the miracle.
Oh. Wait, are you talking about?
Tonight, gentlemen, have you seen that kid? Pull that up. That's an all-timer.
I haven't seen that since it came out.
All right.
Ah, damn, whatever. That was a great one. Numa kid.
John
was
Rich, the dictator.
great. Sax guy.
I got copyright. If I get
We can't
trouble,
play it on
shit.
No.
YouTube.
Sometimes we can. It depends. We get like
If it's another YouTube video.
yeah, it depends.
All right.
Jimmy Butler's working on a country album.
We don't have.
Kind of love this.
This might be an all-time YouTube video at some point. Jimmy Butler is working on a country album.
Was Jimmy Butler the coffee hustler in the bubble too? Yeah, I like Jimmy
So.
Butler's. Didn't he do the emo thing? And
Yeah,
That's why I was
kinda like
confused.
Jimmy Butler's.
His player profile is when at stadiums
Yeah.
is emo Jimmy
And
Butler.
here's why it works: because he can fucking play.
Really well.
Yeah.
Like if you know, you ain't doing this if you're Landry Fields.
So
Landry, what a callback. What a throwback. One of
so
NCAA's all-time scorers at one point, right? I think.
I think so.
Yeah, he's up there.
We thought he was a Knicks stud, but
Yeah, I think everyone did.
Jimmy Butler has 60 country songs written, but he wants to have about 200 songs before he releases the album.
Never heard of
Picking
someone
those
doing
200.
that.
That's insane.
200 recorded songs or
Insane.
200 written songs?
you
200
run
written and
it's too
recorded,
much
and then he'll
stuff to
pick.
pick from.
That's crazy. How do you even do? Like, how do you parse that down to an album of like what, like 12 songs?
Yeah, how do you even like in one sitting? Pretty much, not in one sitting. How do you write 200 songs? How do you have that many thoughts and emotions to be like, yeah, I'm gonna do that?
I really want to see what he sounds like singing.
I would love to hear it.
Yeah.
So Victor Oladipo, Pacers player,
Yes, sir.
he had an R&B album, and he sounded solid, but it was the most sexual. Album
It was
ever.
very.
It was
sexual.
yeah. And then Ron Artest
Dame's a rapper.
had an album at one point.
Yeah, like Dame
R&B.
Lillard's a rapper. A couple other like Shaq tried, Kobe tried. Everyone's tried a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who else. Gordon Hayward, I feel like has.
I'm surprised.
Has anyone done country though?
Anyone else shocked that LeBron didn't try to get a guest verse on a Drake song or a Lil Wayne song during his career?
I feel like he didn't. What did he do? A rap recently? He did. Fuck. What was it? He definitely had a rap or verse. Oh, I'm thinking of The
like
Rock.
such
never
a
mind.
LeBron.
I think of The Rock. The Rock had a verse and it was very funny. It was bad.
The Rock was pretty good in Moana.
Moana, yeah, Rocco's good in Moana, but they didn't force him to do anything too crazy.
Yeah.
Smart.
He sings pretty fast in that song.
Yeah, that I think was a smart move. But there's a couple other ones like Athletes Try.
Pull that up, John. Play that song.
Big Country should have done it. Psycho T maybe.
Psycho T.
Psycho T does like ICP music, like
I'd
Psycho
listen.
T who?
What?
Hansborough?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
No, he should do like
I was
hardcore Insane Clown Posse music. I feel like he'd love it.
I watched the documentary on Insane Clown Posse.
An
Good.
interesting crowd.
Interesting. They try to make them like. I mean, it's the angle that they probably put out. You know what I mean? You
Right.
can kind of tell. They tried to paint them like they were the bad guys.
Yeah. Ooh, who else on this list? Doug Flutie has a. I did not know that. Barry Zito? That is not a guy I would expect to have any sort of music.
They try to paint them like they're the bad guys, but then
Drew Gooden makes sense.
Mike Piazza's like
Interesting.
a hard rock, like a metal guy, right? Is
yeah,
that
no,
what he's in?
probably jazz guitar.
I was gonna say he does like Sinatra covers.
No, he's like Frank the Tank. I sit by him.
Frank's
So he tells
acknowledged.
stories all the time. Mike Piazza like leaked a Guns N' Roses album that they were spending like 12 years on. So apparently Axl Rose called Mike Piazza a poser, and Mike Piazza was like, "All right, I'm gonna leak your fucking album."
Jesus.
Yeah,
They got intense. Frank always has like this. I love those fun facts.
yeah. He has a little fact for everything.
Like singing and playing drums. Holy shit. I didn't know any of these people were. That's
Yeah.
crazy. List though. Barry Zito.
Crazy.
So speaking of Frank, we got a Frank the Tank Cooks tomorrow. It's going to be filmed.
Yeah.
But right now, as we started this stream, Out and About is at 42,000
Yeah.
followers. They're trying to get to 50,000 followers. Pat and Joey are staying in Joey's apartment until they break 50. Whenever I checked last, they were cooking. Joey was cooking, which Joey's a phenomenal
Oh, Dave's
chef.
on right now.
Dave's on right now. Who's on the couch? Is that Grayson Bree?
Yeah.
What's the follower
what's the
count?
number
I
at?
can't read it.
46.7.
46.7. All right. So by the time this comes out, they might have been there.
Where are they? Joey's apartment?
Yeah, Joey's apartment.
Should we send somebody in to like fake rob them?
Let me tell you what. If they actually, would that get taken off YouTube? That would be really funny. If they got like robbed on live stream.
Yeah.
What if there's a stripper? Like a stripper robber. That would be really.
That's
funny,
been done, I feel like, a million times, but like somebody
Swat him.
By the way,
Stripper.
something I found out recently: strippers at bachelorette parties have been going out the window. Now they hire hot chefs to sexually cook stuff.
That's the move now?
Apparently, I don't like
Hibachi,
that
are they
at
all hibachi, or is
I
it
find
just-
that more disrespectful than hiring a stripper for sure.
Yeah, I've seen like you can get like hibachi in your backyard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
awesome. I love
Yeah.
that. But like, apparently, you hire like a hot chef, and he comes and he does all the things, slapping the meat and all that shit. Like, and they cook you up a meal. I don't like a.
He's definitely like a stripper. It's like it's kind of
It's
trashy.
performance.
But a hot chef's gonna fuck.
I don't like it.
Hot
That
chef's
guy's
fucking
fucking
your
your wife. No
Yeah.
question about it. I don't like that.
it's very cliche of like the photo, like dirty photographs too, like the girl in just the apron.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, it's something
makes
about it.
sense.
But yeah, shout out to our boys over at Out and About.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go subscribe. Get them out of Joey's apartment.
Yeah.
All right, that's the rundown. Anything else? Bracket tomorrow.
Bracket tomorrow, good
Red,
episode.
what is it? Red flags for
Red
dating?
flags and men. It's a very funny one. Very, very funny one. Kate is like her first piece of content since being out on leave, and it is her dating history is maybe the funniest thing of all.
Oh, she
is so fun.
she was captivating on KFC's, like behind what's that series he's
Behind
called?
the
the
blog?
blogger, right?
Behind the blog type thing. Yeah, it's
Very funny. Very, very funny.
Rico, what is a red flag?
I submitted some.
She did some for women, yeah.
Yeah, leaving half-drank beverages in my car.
Yeah. You did submit that.
What else did I say?
I know you did that. That one was the one where you submitted that in White Sox Dating.
Making me check the door when I just got comfortable. Yeah, a few
You and White
things.
Sox Dave had a lot of crossover.
I don't think I texted you. I think I tweeted it.
Shit. I don't know. My text history erases after a month. Damn, sorry, I don't have it.
No, I tweeted
I
it.
asked for
I
a while
replied
ago.
for the tweet.
Yeah. But yeah, there's
That comes out tomorrow.
would that have
comes
been?
out.
On
This comes out today, so
Kenjack?
that comes out tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That'll be a fun
Check
one.
out the
Yeah,
bracket. Subscribe to the bracket as well. They have a
Subscribe
YouTube
to the
page
bracket.
as well.
Yeah, hell yeah. We're we're on Barstools now, so you could see it on the same page.
Out and About bracket. Check them out. That's the rundown.